Howdy, Mike McCoy here. I thought I'd talk about the first job I ever had. I forgot, they've got a thing on Facebook, Do You Remember Asheville? What got me to thinking about it, somebody put a picture up, Moore's Bakery, and that's the first place I ever worked, public job I ever worked, besides farming. And God, I hated it. I hated that job with a passion. You had to go in like 3 o'clock in the morning. And you know, a young man like to get out and prowl around. That ain't no fun. We worked 6 days a week. And it was just nasty hard work. It wasn't nasty, but I had to do all the cleanup. I had to wash the pots and pans, grease pans, scrape filth up out of the floor where, you know, dough had fell off and everything, so it wouldn't be nasty. You had to keep it clean around there. I mean, we was making food. And they did keep it clean. They worked the snot out of me. And it was hot in there. There wasn't no air conditioning. There's a big oven, a big pot to fix donuts and stuff. It was hot. And I absolutely hated that job. And there's one morning there, we'd been out, God, well, I got in like at 1 o'clock in the morning, drunk as a skunk when we got in. Had to get up at 2:30, jerked my clothes on, 3 o'clock, got in the car with him, come to Asheville. For I rode with one of the owners. And we come to Asheville, and they had me measuring out cake dough. And they had a set of balance scales there. And you'd take your hand like that and you'd dip that dough up and you'd put it in that pan, and when it balanced out, you know, you had enough that way all the cakes is the same. I was doing that, and the more I done it, the sicker I got. I mean, that, just looking at that old dough and it in my hand and stuff, it was awful. It was just awful. Well, I seen I was going to have to throw up in the bathrooms at the top of the stairs. You go to the top of the stairs and you turn hard right and go about 10, 20 foot, and the commode was there. So I seen I was going to get sick, so I headed up them steps. And I come around hard there. I couldn't hold it no further. I puked. I stepped in it. I fell. I wallered, plumb to the commode, grabbed the commode, and puked my guts out for 10 minutes. I had puke all over me. I had all over the floor. It was just awful. Well, there's a bunch of old uniforms there. That's where we changed uniform stuff, and people thumbed down. I took them and I cleaned up all as best I could. Wiped myself up to where I thought I might have been halfway presentable. And went back down there. Well, one of the other owners, he called me into the office, and we had the little talk about my attitude and my work ethic and me not being worth a shit, basically. And I said, well, I'll try to do better. And I'm thinking, if I can get out of this damn place, I'll never be back here. And to add to insult to injury, I worked there for like 2 or 3 months. They wouldn't even call me by my name. My name's Mike McCoy. Michael McCoy, Mike, I answered both of them. They call me Tim. Why they call me Tim, I corrected them like I told her. I just got aggravated with it, just quit. They didn't put Tim on my pay envelope. And that just irritated me to no end. I mean, that ain't my name. Don't call me that. But that was my big career as a baker. I'll tell you what, that was awful. One day I was greasing them old pans, and they bake loaves of bread in the pan, and there's 3 pans in one. Well, you got a paintbrush there, and lard grease, I don't know, some kind of grease, oil or something, and you paint that pan so the bread won't stick to it. Pretty simple operation. Well, I was painting them things, and I hated that too. Well, that disc emptied some out of the oven. Well, there was one of them pans, and that thing was just blistering hot. It was like 400 or 500 degrees. I had that paintbrush, and I was just running it all over that table trying to paint it. And here come that same boss man that had the talk with me. He said, that ain't the way you do this, and he just grabbed that brush out of my hand, and he grabbed that pan with his other hand. He screamed like a little girl. throwed that down, throwed the rush down, away it went. And I was just hanging on the table laughing at that dumb eyes. But I hated that job. I decided it'd be easier to be a wino than it would be a baker. And I quit it. Never did look back. And went to school, or was going to school, to be a telephone lineman. And one of my best friends, me and him was going to go together. Well, I still wasn't 18. I was still just 17. And I told them what I wanted to do. Well, the school was going to be over with before I turned 18. And they said, we can't do that. Said, you've got to be 18 years old before we can put you to work. Said, if you want to, you can go on and finish your school and not leave with this much. You had to go to Florida. You can leave with the next bunch. Well, I sort of wanted me and him to be in the same group, you know, maybe the same town. I didn't want to go down there I mean, it's just anywhere in the state of Florida they might send you. It might be down the Keys, Miami, Daytona, it didn't matter. And I got thinking about it and I didn't do it. But if I had to do it, I'd have done that. That would have been a good career choice. Them boys that worked for me, and I'm pretty sure it was AT&T. And them guys back in the day that worked for them, they made real good money and had a good retirement. But I didn't. But my first job as a baker didn't work out either, I'll tell you that. Took me a while to find myself. But yeah, you can't. I mean, somebody that ain't got enough respect for you to call you by your name, it's hard to work for them. It really was for me. That was my first job. Talk at you later. Bye.